It's a good question. I always like when people talk about platforms, I always like think about the Bill Gates quote, like, whatever he was saying, a platform is when the economic value of everybody that uses this exceeds the value of the company that creates it. Like I just had to Google it because I didn't remember it. But like to me that's like, I don't know. Like to me it's like at some point in a company it's large enough that it's like worth to build internal tools because you're making enough people faster that like it pays for itself, right? Like there's like scalability advantages in like, making other people like not building business value directly, but like building tools that make other people around you more effective, right? So to me, that's like, why do you even build a platform? To me, that's like, it's just like a straight, it's hard to know, but like that's the sort of theoretical, like the math behind it. Now, I don't know what that means in terms of like, for a particular company. Like I think this is just so dependent on what you're trying to do. Like I tend to be a big believer in like, self-service, for instance. Like I tend to think, at a company, like you can get rid of like so many like basic use cases if you just open up SQL access to a lot of people and also create like, a culture of transparency and a culture of like, yeah, we're not trying to hide anything. Like if you want to query it, like here it is. And you can also create this like, thing where like sometimes people start like then use it for various things. And then, the data team can then go and like realize like, actually, we should probably automate this for you because it's much better. I don't know, like, it's hard for me to say like what's the generic layers of a, data strategy or machine learning platform or whatever. But I think these are sort of evolutions that everyone's going through as the company grows. And I think that's so important to keep in mind is like, it's really a function of how large the company is. The larger a company gets, like the more, platforms you can have and platforms supporting other platforms. And then, at some point you're at Google and like, no one at Google is like, designing the search results. Like everyone at Google is building some internal service that powers some internal service that powers some internal service that then delivers search results, right?